for E-Entertainment Television, and we're here at Talawanda doing a documentary about teen depression and suicide. We've been speaking to some of the students here. Well, before E, I was working at a cable channel called Current TV on their documentary series called Vanguard, and I've always been just incredibly passionate about covering stories that can resonate with a younger audience. Well, we've been speaking to a lot of young people about this issue of depression, and I think that the most important thing that we're hearing and we're learning is that how important friends can be to other friends who are in need and need help, and that young people should speak out and not be afraid to talk to a friend if they're feeling issues, sad or depressed. We've been in Ohio for a couple of days, and we wanted to come to Talawanda because we know that Talawanda students are taking this program called Surviving the Teens, or a part of this program called Surviving the Teens. So we wanted to learn a little bit about the program. I've had a difficult couple of years. While I was reporting last year, I was held captive in North Korea and for about 5 months, and I feel very blessed and fortunate that I can be here today, and feel very lucky that I continue to do the job reporting on these issues that I feel need to be covered. My sister Lisa definitely played a role in my desire to want to pursue TV journalism. But I remember when I was in my high school newspaper class, that first article that I wrote for my high school newspaper, and it was about this electrical tower that was there was a proposal to build this electrical tower on our school campus. And the debate was, the school would benefit because the company would have to pay the school a fee to rent the land. But there were those potential health risks also involved having this electrical tower so close to students. And when I went out and asked my peers, how do you feel about this issue? No one knew that this was even up for debate. And that really surprised me. And I felt like, wow, here's my opportunity to really put this debate on the table for my classmates. And I feel like, when that article came out, I really felt like I had opened people's eyes to this issue that was affecting all of us. And I think that that's how I really felt like how journalism can have an impact. Today, it's, I've learned from the students here, and I've learned about, how real an issue depression is for young people and for adults. But it is a very real issue, but it's also one that it's not easy for people to talk about. And I think that if we can become more accepting and aware that this is a real issue, that it's not just you, it's not just, this isn't just my issue, and it's okay to talk about it, then we can actually hope to make a difference in people's lives. It's really cool to be back at high school. It's really cool to be back at high school, but how have things changed? I mean, obviously technology has changed so much. I mean, we didn't have the internet when I was in high school, so that really dates me. And so I know that, a lot of, that presents a lot of issues for students these days, and social networking and people that could be bullied online. So that's a big change since I was in high school. And yes, I have a full 4-month-old, and it definitely changes your perspective when you work on stories like this, because I see it through the lens of somebody who wants to reach young people, but it's also somebody who has a daughter. Well, my sister and I grew up in a very all-American, non-diverse community. There were probably half a dozen Asians in a school of 2,000 students, 2 of whom came from the same family, mine. And so, I think that that's what got us to be so passionate about exploring different cultures and different worlds and wanting to expose ourselves and others to what's going on in the world, because I truly believe that until you actually go out and see these things and explore and really understand what's happening, then we live in just such a closed-minded society. I mean, I was never, fortunately I grew up in a school where people were very respectful. I had a lot of friends. They affectionately and non-affectionately referred to me as Laura Ling. We were Risa and Laura Ring, but these were, this was said by kids who I got along with. So I think that it's not so much, some of it's not so much mean-spirited, some of it is ignorance, and just to open your eyes, and no one wants to wants to be an ignorant person.